Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the second video of the Zomboy starting my own clothing brand. This is going to be part of a playlist where I just show you guys how I created my digital designs, because I know that a lot of people are trying to make their own clothing brand and they just don't know where to start. So if you don't know where to start, this video hopefully can help you guys, show you guys how to make your own mockups to make some texture packs to send to your designers. So let's get into it. Okie dokie. So here, as you can see, we have Canva open, and this is like where I do all of my designs, the best place to use my designs. So before we get into anything, let's just click this. Alright, let's get into it. So here, as you can see, this is Canva, and we have our Zomboy flared sweats. So let me just show you kind of the setup that we have here. So here we have my logo, which is Zomboy. We got the logo there. Then we got my first piece right here. We have Zomboy. We have my logo kind of on the front. We have some brains on the bottom pants here. We have that acid wash effect on the back and on the back of the Zomboy, and we have brains betray, which is if you don't know, this is my slogan. So yep, we have the purple, we have that in pink, we have that in green, and we have that in gray. So we have all these cool colors here. And then after that, we have my zip up hoodies. So this is what the zip up hoodies are looking like. First we have the purple ones here, right? We have the cool purple one. So this is kind of different. We have a drip effect on the back here. We have actually these custom zippers here with the brain up top, the little badge, and obviously my slogan is brains betray. So we have that setup with my logo in the front. They're all acid wash, and we have a purple one here, a pink one, a green one, and a gray one. So yeah, we have all these already up. And these are my designs. I think they're pretty cool. I think they're pretty, you know, different. I really like the look of them. It's kind of cartoony, kind of fits in with that Plants vs Zombies effect, whilst still having that streetwear Y2K like appeal, you know. So that's what we've got done. And let's get into the juicy part. This is where I show you guys how I actually did it. So here we go. As you can see, we have a new Canva page, which is just a random Canva slide, so you can have that open. And I have this Rich of God little mock-up that I have on here. And I honestly just went to Google and just searched up, you know, flared sweatpants mock-ups. So that's what I searched right there. And then it gave me this, and I just copied it, you know, copied image and pasted it right over here. And this is where I can begin working on it. So how I make my mockups and how a lot of people make their mockups is you actually just steal any, you know, shape you like. So this is the shape I really like, these shape of pants. These are actually the same shape as my flared sweats. As you can see, the shape is quite similar. But honestly, you just get the flared sweats, you get the shape, and you just begin tracing it, man. That's simple. I mean, a lot of designers like to use iPad because it's easier to trace, but man, I just think it's like, if you have a laptop, just do it on laptop. What tool I use is I just go to this little sidebar of elements and I just go to draw. I go to the little marker here. I go to the little draw marker, and then here I can pick on my marker and I can pick on black. Just use black, but like to start, I would use it in red just so I can see my line, you know. And then here we have the weight. I'm gonna probably put it at maybe, yeah, like maybe 3. Yeah, like, nah, maybe like, yeah, 5 or something. I don't know, I might change that, but I have 5, and then I take my marker, go to where my starting point is. So let's say I want to start there. Nah, 5 is a bit bigger. I'm gonna change that. I think I'm gonna go to about 3. Yep. And I kind of put it on the point where I'd like to start. And you guys are probably wondering, like, my hand is shaky. I'm not an artist. Like, don't worry. Like, I'm not good at this either. What you can actually click is it's a little trick you can do. Is like whilst you're gonna draw your line that you're drawing, you can actually click shift, and what that does, it just makes it straight. So it makes you draw a straight line. So here, let's say I'm coloring, I click shift, it allows me to get a real nice straight little line right there, and bang. So now I just dropped my little straight line. Of course there's a little bit of mistakes, but you can obviously fix that. And I have my little line there, and I can do the same with the little bottom part. So let's just get into it. A lot of these are like freehand, you can just kind of freehand it, but then there's a lot of parts with, so like this part is a bit curved, so I'm gonna try and freehand it. It doesn't have to be the best, I mean, no one's gonna be, this is just your little mock-up, nothing too serious, you know. So we have the outline there, and then we have the little straight part down here, so we can click here, shift, bang, straight enough line right there, and we can zoom out a bit. So if you zoom out, the more you zoom out, the better it'll look. So right now I'm really close in detail, so it looks kind of crappy, but when you zoom out, it actually looks quite good. So this is quite curved, so I think I'm gonna freehand this. Let's go freehand up. Right. It's quite simple, just follow the lines. Like, doesn't have to be too perfect, just a mock-up to just show your designer what you're kind of thinking about. Of course, depending on your quality, you can take more time on this step, just to make sure that your designer knows the nice quality pants you got. So here I'm using the little shift tactic where I get that straight line, you know, in. Yeah, so I got this done. Got this little side part done. Just go here. Just close that. Side part. Right now I'm freehanding this, not too hard for me. I mean, the speed is just depending on your skill level, honestly. Bang. Trace it out. Here. Right. Alright, and then let's just add a little line for pockets. One there. One right about here. Right, so it's a messy mock-up, right? And I obviously didn't do the back. But now with that, I can click this little, you know, arrow marker thing. So now I can actually control my things. And I can click on the image, and I can actually slide this over. So what I do is I usually just click on the image, slide it over. And with what I've drawn right now, I can just take this, what I've drawn. Because right now it's all in different little pieces, because I didn't draw it in one line. You see, so it's in different pieces. So what I can click is this, hover over everything, and I can just group. And now I have a solid piece that I work with. See that? Now I have a solid, so this is basically your mock-up done. Bang, now we have the pants. Just from that, we've had the pants here. And of course we can do the back and whatnot, but there we have the pants done, right? And now that we have this, we can get into the coloring stage, which is also very simple. So let's say now I have my little outline of what I want it to look like. I change it to, you know, black. That's what I want it to look like, right? Cool. We have that done. Now we want it to make this color. So what we can do is bang, like this. We can go to colors, and let's say I want it purple, right? Okay, I click the purple. I mean, you don't have to do this purple. You can be creative. You can find any purple you want. And then the simple thing I just like to do is honestly just take my purple color, and I change the weight of my marker a little bit bigger, and I just go up to it, and I just color over this, just like that. Bang. You color over this like this, and what that just allows you to do is just actually get the base color for your clothing, you know. And of course this is like, it gets probably a bit tedious if you're gonna make a lot of pieces. I mean, I made a lot of pants in different colors like I just showed you earlier in the video. I mean, I have pink, purple, all those colors, and it did take me a bit of time, but this is gonna save you a lot of money in the long run if you just do not have the money to invest in, you know, a designer. And if you do, honestly, that's good for you, man. Like you can just get a designer off of Instagram, and if you don't know how to do that, you just have to search in your Instagram bar .std, and what that does, it just shows you a lot of clothing brand designers that can design some designs for your clothing brand. But me personally, this is my clothing brand, you know, and I want to be the one that designs my clothes because it's my clothing, you know. So I'm not really gonna go down that route. So yeah, so I just want to make it myself. And I think it's working well, and I'm gonna continue that way. All right, so now we have the color like this in a lot of different groups, but now what we can do is just copy this and group them into one big thing. So now we have the big color as it is, like that, and the black lining. And what we do is we just have to line it up again like this so that it's covering all our thing. We click these three dots and we click layer, and we click layer here, and we click bring to front. So we might have to move me here. So we move me here, click here, and we just click layer, and we send back, and bang, just like that, we did the layer and sending back, and we were able to put this black lining over the purple setup. You see, it's a bit laggy right now just because, you know, I'm recording. But yeah, this is kind of the setup. So we have the purple lining and the black pants over it. And then of course you can go in, like as you can see, there's a little bit of mess here at the bottom here, a little bit of leakage, not in the lines. And all you have to do with that, it's quite tedious too, but you're working with Canva, what can you expect? It's just, you know, take your brush, make it a bit smaller, take it white, you just click on everything with your brush and just like make a line under there to fill that in. And you just basically clean up all that stuff under your pants. You clean up there, you clean up here, and you just spend time cleaning it up, right? And you do that with everything. And once you've cleaned up everything, then you have your pants base. Just like that, then you can copy both of these two pieces, because there is two pieces here, and all the white, you know, fixing that you've done, and then just group it as a whole. Now you have one basically mock-up straight like that. Now that's like the base part of your clothing, you see. And then if you want to figure out how I've added, let's look at my effects. So like as you can see on my sweats, I have this kind of acid wash effect. And if you want to know how I did that, so basically what I did was I went onto my product and I searched up spray paint. So I just went to elements, very simple, spray paint. I search up like that, and it gives me all these different options for spray paint right in here. So there's a lot of options, really nice. I go to graphics usually, and I like to pick the black ones because these black ones have all the you can kind of change the color of these black ones to your liking, right? So I'm looking, let's say I like that one right there, so I click this one to work with. Yeah, so there we go. I just click that one to use it. So now I want to use this one, right? Because I just like this one. Now I'm gonna check color, edit it, right? And I'm gonna click on the same purple color that we worked with, but this time I'm gonna change the color wheel to make that purple color slightly lighter. So we want it, that's a bit too light, maybe like around here, maybe right there. That looks better. So we have this quite light piece of spray paint, and this kind of gives it that acid wash look, right? Now we just resize it to where we want it. So like let's say we want it on the pants part here. So I'm gonna slap a big acid wash effect right here, and then I can actually duplicate this and use it and like rotate it and use it actually for the pants legs. So you can do that there, flip it around and kind of resize it to how you want it on the pants legs. So like maybe I want it like that. Then I'm gonna duplicate this side, right? And then move this here and do that there. The acid wash effect is not going to be exactly like that when your manufacturers actually make it, because you can't just get a perfect, you know, spray effect like that. But like this just expresses to your manufacturer what you want, you know. After making that, it looks a bit too striking, so I changed the transparency on it, and I just kind of lower that transparency, so I get it to like probably like a 60, 63, right? I'm gonna do the same with all of these, so I'll go to 63. Yep. Okay, and if it doesn't have to be exact, 64 is fine too. And you just change all the transparency on this, and bang, it just gives your pants a little bit more depth. Of course, if you're not going to work with you know, acid wash effects, then you don't even need to be doing this, but this can work with anything. This works with even, you know, placing the elements for your logo, right? So now I have this, I can obviously copy this and group this once again to have a big grouped product. So bang, there we have a simple way to make pretty decent looking mockups on Canva, I feel like. Yeah, here as you can see, I'm not gonna give you like all the sauce because you know like I'm doing it too, you know, but you can just get elements off the internet, elements off here, and then piece them together on your clothing. And I really do suggest that when you're working with your clothing, you have a page where you just have all the elements, because your manufacturer is gonna ask you each element you used on your clothing, and then you're gonna have to show this to them, you know. And what I just did with the pants can work the same as hoodies. You just have to search up, you know, hoodie, zip up hoodie mockups on, you know, Google or Pinterest or whatever you use, and you can kind of do the same things. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This was quite a simple way of how I made my mockups, and let me know if you guys mess with my mockups. Yeah, thank you so much for watching episode 1, creating your mockups for your clothing brand on Canva. Thank you so much. See you guys.